Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Skull Session Recruiting Podcast, brought to you by BuckeyeHuddle.com. I'm Marc Givler. Got Tony Gerdeman here with me today. June 9th camp, second one-day camp of the month for Ohio State. First of 4 camp days this week. We got 3 camps and a 7-on-7 at Ohio State this week. So we're going to have a lot of recaps, a lot of recruiting, and all that good stuff on the channel and on BuckeyeHuddle.com. Tony, a miserable kind of day out there. Just it would stop raining and then it would start. It's pouring right now as we're doing this after camp. But still some pretty good stuff out there. You spent some more time with the quarterbacks. What did you see out there?
Well, I got to watch Brady Edmonds a little bit more, and then also some other guys.
Malachi Ziegler.
Yeah, Malachi Ziegler from Benton, Louisiana was maybe the most impressive of the group. Watching him and just threw a really good ball, good arm. Like you know the guys when they throw it, there's no looping to it. It's like, okay, that guy's arm is different.
Yep.
He was that. He was accurate. So I thought watching those 2 guys today and talking with Brady afterwards, basically asking him you've got 2 years of high school ball left, but you are a Buckeye. What is your role? And he's talking about recruiting. That's why he spent the weekend here. He's doing some recruiting. He's back here on Tuesday as well. Just trying to make sure that the 2027 class is doing what he can to help build it. And that's Ryan Day's ideal situation for the quarterback commit is to get it done early and pick the right guy and then just have that guy build. But he also does pretty successful things with the guy, C.J. Stroud at Elite 11, getting him late, where it doesn't always have to be the first guy.
Yep.
But when you can and they can help lead that recruiting class, it's huge.
Yeah. Good group of receivers today. Jaden Ricketts, Ohio State 2026 commit, was here. Nice showing, getting bigger. He's about 6 feet tall, but he's getting stronger. There was some clear progress made there on his body. You watched a lot of Jameer Brown, 2028 Ohio State commit. What did you see out of Jameer?
He's also getting bigger in terms of just stronger, and he's fantastic. And the interesting thing that I've found watching him is that as he's doing these one-on-ones and the competitions, if he doesn't catch it, the Ohio State defenders that are on the sideline, like all of the assistant coaches, the Ohio State defense, they're getting after him. They're razzing him. Yeah. They're lighting him up. And then the Ohio State receivers that are there are coaching him up. So it's like he's already part of the brotherhood, which is impressive for a young guy. They know who he is, and they let him hear it, or they were coaching him up because it's winner or loser for the guys competing, the recruits and the campers, but it's also winner or loser for the Ohio State current players who don't want the offense to win or the defense to win. And so it's just interesting to watch that interaction. And this is also the first time that Brady Edmonds and Jameer Brown have thrown together as well. So they were having some trouble with the connection here and there, but it was also not the ideal day for one-on-ones.
Yes. And, getting timing down with Jameer on a deep ball has to be almost like 10.3600 meters.
He overthrew him.
Yeah, you have to throw that thing a mile.
He overthrew him, which was I thought, good job.
Yeah, exactly. How did you? I should have asked Brady after camp how that's even possible. But just a special player. Again, I conservatively go back to Ted Ginn Jr., but there's things he does at receiver that are better than what Ted Ginn Jr. could do at this point in his high school career for sure. And it's just everyone thinks of Ted Ginn Jr., they think of speed. Well, Jameer Brown ran a 10.3 meter a couple days ago. So there's not a speed difference. He's definitely stronger.
Yes.
I'm usually don't overdo the hype thing, but this is pretty special.
Well, and Ted Ginn started his Ohio State career at corner for a day before Jim Tressel moved him to offense. But didn't he also he was quarterback at Glenville as well, because why, give him the ball wherever, however, and just let him go. And so, in terms of who is more well-rounded, it's there's no competition. This guy is very, very legit.
Yeah. So another guy that kind of emerged to me today, and this is going to be interesting with Jameer Brown already as one player committed for Ohio State, but you've got 2028, you've got Amir Lemons from Glenville, 6'3", 195, just an absolute stud today. Route running, was getting coached up by Brian Hartline and Devin Jordan. Big, physical, athletic, can run. He's the next kid up at Glenville. He's already got a handful of offers. Again, would not shock me if Ohio State were to offer at some point down the road. I know Brian Hartline is picking right now, not really recruiting, but it's just nice to have these Glenville guys again, isn't it?
It is, and it went away for a while. Like you were like, when's the next Glenville guy going to come? And then now it's like an annual thing again, which it used to be way back when. And so to get that back, it's a bit of a cheat code. It's a bit of a free space, and it's something that Ohio State certainly doesn't take for granted. But also, like you said, I don't know that you need to go throw an offer on a 2028 Glenville kid right now when you've got time. And Ted Ginn Sr. certainly understands that entire thing. Like, he's been a proponent of taking your time or letting things slow down so that everybody can see his players. And so I think he's fine with time.
Let's stay at Glenville because there's some interesting news today. Jameer Perez, JJ as he's known, 2026 defensive tackle, committed to Florida, feels like a week or two ago, and was here camping with the Buckeyes ahead of his official visit this weekend. Boy, that just that feels like a flip. That feels like a flip's coming.
Well, when it happened, you're like, well, this. Because the first thing that I thought of was Jerome Baker. Not that he was Glenville, but it was a Cleveland thing. And the kid committed to Florida. And it's like, boy, that seems completely out of the blue. Certainly things will settle and he'll be back. And this one feels that same way where when it happened, you're like, well, let's see how things go. Because you understand people getting emotional on the visit and things like that. But it is interesting to where, why are you camping? You know, like that's a conscious decision, and all of Glenville is here camping as well,
and they'll take him.
Right?
He didn't have to camp to validate an offer. They'll take him. So he's clearly I don't know how else to portray this. This is going to happen, in my opinion. It's going to happen pretty soon. If
it wasn't going to happen, wouldn't you just stay away?
Right.
On a Monday, I'm just going to go to Columbus. I'll just stay home. So
he's very much part of this, the Glenville contingent that was here today, and so that was again very interesting news coming out of the day. And like I said, I'm expecting some good news there for Ohio State at some point, probably in the very near future. We'll see. We'll see if it's before the official or just after it. Sincere Johnson was here today. Glenville linebacker, 2026 four-star linebacker. He's got an official visit coming up to Ohio State as well, followed by an announcement on June 19th. Worked out with James Laurinaitis today. Again, it looks like the Glenville pipeline very much in good shape right now.
What do you think of him? Because I remember seeing him last year, and he looked like just a bit of a smaller Arvell Reese. Where is he size-wise now?
He's solid. I mean, he's...
And when I say smaller Arvell Reese, that means big linebacker.
Right. No, he's a big guy. He's a Mike. He's your classic Mike, 6'3", 230, 225, big-time ball hawk. I think he's a tremendous player. He's my number one linebacker in Ohio from well before Ohio State even offered him. So I've been kind of on that train for a while. But again, I expect good news for Ohio State there on the 19th. And again, him coming down and camping with Laurinaitis ahead of the official is a good sign. So the Glenville thing going very well. Another interesting thing today of note, Ronaldo Perez. We talked about him last time, a 2027 defensive lineman out of Columbus Academy. He was brought back at Ohio State's request. They asked him to come back. He was leading the defensive line drills. We don't know yet if they've offered him or not. That it may be one of those deals of hey, let's see your first 3 or 4 games. Let's see some film this fall. Let's make sure you're taking the things we're seeing out of you now and applying them. But when you camp one day and then you come right back for the next one at their request, feels like there's something maybe cooking there.
Yeah, and when they have you leading the line is always interesting as well. And that they can see it more, but also the instruction is right there. They're getting one-on-one exactly what they want to see, what they want him to do. So that's interesting. What other offers in the realm does he have right now?
He's got roughly a dozen offers, and there's Power Fours in there. I think it's NC State, there's Kentucky, those types. It's kind of your
one step below.
Yeah, it's maybe your mid-tier Power Fours right now. But again, he's long. He's almost 6'5",
he's
240.
Impressive looking.
He works really hard. He's got a motor out there. You can see him grinding through every drill, taking the coaching. It feels like something that's going to happen they need defensive linemen, even in 20. And you talk about whatever they do in 26 is great too, but they need defensive linemen down the road as well. He's right in your backyard. He's got talent. He's got versatility, inside, outside. They love his demeanor. They love his attitude, everything else. Like this feels like a fit at some point. So we'll see if that happens down the road here. But yeah, it was another good day here at camp. Again, we got 3 more of these at camp tomorrow, 7 on Wednesday, camp Thursday. So we'll be doing these recaps all week here at the YouTube channel at youtube.com/BuckeyeHuddle. Jeremy Birmingham continuing to bring it at BuckeyeHuddle.com. I'm trying to keep up with him. So we have lots of stuff there on the site. But appreciate everyone watching, listening. Any final parting thoughts, Tony?
No, just I always enjoy the one-on-ones and just watching the interaction with Jameer Brown and the current Buckeyes. It's interesting to me because they were getting after him, and it's like, are you sure you want to be doing that to a recruit? But it's like he's so solid. It's like there's no like you're going to scare him away by being mean to him. And it's not like anything mean-spirited, but like he's part of the brotherhood, and they're getting after him. I just thought it was interesting.
And I do want to mention, I forgot to mention this, Aaron Washington, 2027 corner, one of the top 50 players in America in 2027 out of Mater Dei. A place that had cursed Ohio State for years, now all of a sudden looking pretty good. He's here today. He's visiting for the next couple of days. He's in a walking boot, so he's not working out at any of the camps, but he's been very impressed with what he's seen so far. I'm going to catch up with him after his entire visit's complete, but I talked to him today for a little bit, and he seems to be really loving it around here. So
interesting.
Who knows? Maybe some Mater Dei pipeline starting. Wouldn't that be amazing?
That's a long pipeline.
That would be such a ridiculous turn of events after all the misses over the years if that started being a pipeline school. So keep an eye on Aaron Washington as well in that 2027 class. But that'll do it for this episode. Appreciate everyone watching and listening. We'll catch you again very soon tomorrow.